Welcome to the Ask Bess video column show here every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time. This is a show where you can come on and ask a coach, mentor, counselor, therapist, anything that you want to about network marketing, career, jobs, family, communications, relationships, health, weight loss, spiritual fulfillment, any of that. And I will respond to that on the show. You can ask here on the show, or if you want to make it anonymous, you can private message me a question or concern that you have. My message is, you matter. I hear you. I'll respond. You're not alone. Every problem has a solution, and the solution often is not far away. You are bigger than any problem that you face. You can become a master problem solver, and I'll help. I'll teach you with my Real Conversations 4-step method in a few minutes. First, I'd like to address the topic today because a question came up: how do I overcome discouragement? And this happens when we don't trust our dreams anymore. We all have dreams, right? So that's the topic today, really, is your dreams are calling. But the question is, how do I get in touch with my dreams again? How do I believe in them again? How do I not get discouraged and lose sight of my dreams? Well, when we are children, first I should probably let you know who I am. I am Bess McCarty, coach for business and life, also called the Shrink of MLM, because I've helped hundreds and hundreds of network marketers and other people break through to their dreams, to overcome the negative beliefs and the fears that get in the way of our dreams. And I've been doing this for over 30 years as a body-mind therapist and a holistic health practitioner. And welcome, Shamala, front row as always, girl. Shamala is a wonderful, wonderful business lady, heartfelt person from South Africa. Spiritual lady, wonderful. I think you'd love to follow her. Thank you for being on. She's always front row with all of our trainings that we do. So I can tell you love personal and spiritual growth and that you're a very successful businesswoman. So just introducing myself. For over 30 years I've been a body-mind therapist and holistic health practitioner, helping people in all these areas of life, in health, wealth, love, all of these, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. This is my calling. This is what I do, help people through things, especially inner child work and all. I have done a lot of my own work. You cannot help someone unless and until you've done your own personal growth work. So that is a motto that I have, and that is where I speak from. A lot of people can feel that. So, okay, the topic today is your dreams are calling. What happened to our dreams? How do we lose sight of our dreams? When we were kids, remember, the sky's the limit. Your whole life stretched before you. Anything was possible, and you kind of believed you were possible. Even through into the 20s, we think that we're immortal, and that we can achieve anything that we want. We somehow along the way run into our own limitations. Not life's limitations, but we are our own limitations, and we get discouraged, and we think, oh, this is harder than I thought, right? I wanted to have my dreams just given to me, dropped in my lap, but they say that a man on top of the mountain wasn't just dropped there. He had to climb the steps to get to the mountain. But the thing is that we can, and it can be enjoyable, and it can be fun. We can enjoy that one step at a time. In fact, that's how Nando Parado walked out of the Andes when his soccer team crashed. You might have heard that crash in the Andes. They were all frozen. It was months before they got out, before two of them were able to walk out. And when they did, they said, you can't have walked over the Andes. That's impossible. And he just said, I just focused on one step at a time. And he thought of his father waiting back there for him. His sister and mother had died in the crash. But he knew his father would be heartbroken if he never came home. So he thought of his father, and that's what kept him taking one step at a time. That has helped me in my life a lot. My son recommended that book to me, and I read it, and I just loved it. And that's my one takeaway from that book, is just focus on the step in front of me. Not too many of them, just the step in front of me, and keep taking one step at a time. Because the whole mountain might be too daunting, right? But yet we do keep on focusing on our dreams, because his dream was to get to his father. So he did it. I became a huge personal growth motivational speaker and all this because of that. So that was his vision, and his dream and his method was just to take just one step in front of him. And I think we can do that. But so as children, one time I asked a lady in Austin, a business lady, I said, and we were talking about network marketing and all, and I said, what is the greatest obstacle that you see that people have? And she said, they forget how to dream. They forget their dreams. They lose sight of that. And what they believe that they can do. You know, gradually as we grow up, maybe we think I can do less and less and less. We see we have limitations. So remember, hello, Michael. Welcome. Glad to see you. And if anyone's watching the replay, please type replay, because I'd like to thank you for that. And also would like to hear where you're from. And also, really special, I would like to hear, do you have a dream? Please type in yes, because I want to embrace you for that. And if you care to share what your dream is, I'd love to hear that. My dream is to help 2 million network marketers break through to their dreams and be able to help a lot of people as a result. That's why I'm not in a team. I used to be a full-time network marketer for years, and now I'm a generic coach for network marketers. I help all people in all areas of life, as I mentioned, but my special dream is to help 2 million. That's why I'm not in a company. I'm not, just coaching my team. I'd have to divide my time half and half, and I'm not going to do that. My goal is to coach all network marketers, to assist you to help hundreds, if not thousands of people as a result to a better life. Because I don't know a better avenue in this economy for people to do that. Every day I become a stronger and more passionate lover of the business of network marketing, having been one. And now my goal is to support you. So welcome, Antonio. Glad to see you. Okay, so we're talking about dreams. How do we lose it? How do we get back in touch with our dreams again? Remember when you were a child and how open you felt, how limitless, how wonderful life is, how amazing that you could be anything that you wanted to be when you grow up. And get back in touch with that and think, well, what is my dream now? What do I really want to be? And what are my goals? A friend of mine the other day, Janny Bach, posted a phone image, a phone graphic, and said, your dreams are calling. Are you going to accept or are you going to decline? That sounds like a turning point to me. How do you know your dreams are calling? When you feel both either positive or negative emotions. The positive emotions could be that you're excited, you're in love with your dream, whether it is helping people in network marketing, building schools in Africa, bringing drinking water to people, or simply helping your family to have a better life. You know, might be providing travel opportunities for your children, buying a home for your mother. When these things excite you, that's when you know you have a calling. That's when you know your dream is calling. Another way that you know your dream is calling is when you feel miserable. When you feel what I'm doing isn't right, something is missing, something needs to change. I cannot tolerate the way that my life is now. I need it to be different. That can be a sign to you that your dream is calling. And what do you want it to be instead? Imagine that. I call this having a mind movie. And this is actually a technique. You imagine this a minute in the morning and a minute in the evening. How you would like your life to be 1, 5, 20 years from now. And imagine it with all your senses. With all your senses, all of your 5 senses. What does it look like, smell like, feel like? Who's around you? What do you hear when your dream is accomplished? And yes, I do have the puppets here today to speak to us about dreams. The jackal puppet, jackal, is the part of us that says, don't go for it, you'll be disappointed. The jackal is the lower self, or the negative self, or the fearful self, if you want to call it that. What will people say if you don't reach your dreams? You will be disappointed too. It's better just to stay where you are, stay with the status quo, and don't rock the boat. You have a good job. What's wrong with that? just go to work and then watch TV when you get home and try to forget about it and on the weekends and just keep going like you are. But then comes in the giraffe. The giraffe represents the higher part of ourselves, the part that has a higher view, yep, the part that has the largest heart of any land animal, that's true, and the part of us that is not afraid to stick out our neck and take risks. That is what the giraffe represents. I got these animals from a compassionate communication group that teaches the higher view and the lower view of ourselves. So the jackal will say, forget your dreams. You can't do it. Nobody else around you has. You've never done it before. You'll be disappointed if you try. It's going to be a lot of work for nothing. And the giraffe says, but you were given the dreams by a higher part of yourself. Why not honor that and live by it and take some small steps every day toward your dream? You can do it. Look at all the people around you who have done it. Yeah, but I've never done it. They're special. They can do it. They're very talented or rich or they know a lot of people or something. They were born into a higher society than me. Ho ho, not always true, and usually not true. The successful people that you see around you usually got there from the hard muscle of climbing up the mountain, which anybody can do. We just take that one step at a time, like Bess was saying. Right? Right? Right, Giraffe? You mean even me? Even I can do it? Try it out. Try it out. Those people who made it aren't any different than you. They're not any smarter, richer, well-connected, influential. They got there by taking that one step at a time. Well, maybe. Maybe if I keep watching the Ask Bess show and keep taking one step at a time, maybe I can do it. I know you can do it. Go for it, Jackal. Okay. So, my message. Welcome, Bala. Glad to see you. So, everybody reaches challenges. On your way to reaching your goal, you're gonna have tough times. You're gonna want to give up 1,000,000 times a day sometimes. All the people at the top, they're saying, every day I felt like giving up, or 10 times a day I felt like giving up. So you're always going to have challenges. It's always going to be easier to give up than keep going. But that's the turning point. And you know, they say heaven must be re-won every day, and so do I think success must be too. Every day we face that same turning point and that same question. Am I going to give up or go on? Am I going to give up or go on? We keep facing that every day, just like Nando, I'm sure, did. You know, he could lay down in the snow and die. Or he could, you know, do the really, really hard thing of keep taking another step even though they're cold and hungry and weak and all that. So that's a choice to make every single day or sometimes several times a day. But yes, it's easier to give up. But what will I get by continuing growing? Maybe it isn't even the goal at the end. Maybe it's the different, better, stronger person that I will become as a result. Right? Maybe I'm doing it for the gift, the immediate gift of I become a better person every day. If we can become 1% better every day, we can become, in a year, that's 365% better. 3 times better than I am now. So we take that one step at a time. However, there are moments when we don't just put our head down and push and push and push and push, right? If you run up against something, my spiritual teacher told a story of a dog that he had, an elderly dog, who was just as stubborn in her old age as young age. And for some reason, she would butt her head up against this bookcase and try to move this bookcase until she fell on her side exhausted. For some reason, she thought she had to move the great unmovable. And I can definitely be like that, being a stubborn Scorpio. You know, I can push and push and push. But he says sometimes what you need to do is back up. He said, I don't think this dog ever did learn to back up. But sometimes we need to just back up, reassess, and say, okay, this thing is not moving forward. How can I come at it from a different angle? What is the open door or this open sesame secret word that I haven't thought of yet or haven't found yet? And try to reassess it. So we can look at it from different angles. We can ask her advice. We can get the skills maybe that we didn't have. We don't have to just keep, stubbornly pushing and pushing. But sometimes it takes backing up. Sometimes it needs those skills. And that is, sometimes it takes calling a coach or a mentor, and that's exactly what I do with people. I look and see, well, what's missing? What's the missing piece that maybe they couldn't see because they were too close to the problem. Okay, time for a story. I'm going to tell a story about a network marketer who was just doing network marketing as a part-time hobby, a part-time endeavor, but her main business was speaking and consulting and training for large companies. So she loved doing this. One day she got a call that her 18-year-old son was in an ambulance on the way to the hospital. What had happened was that he, like on a dare from his buddies, he had jumped off a 3-story building to land in the swimming pool below, but missed the swimming pool and had broken his legs. So he ended up in the hospital. She was nursing him for months. They wondered if he would ever be able to walk again. He eventually did. He was able to be fine and walk again, but they didn't know that. You know, she's in the hospital with him for months, and everything of her businesses went out the window. You know, both her speaking business and her network marketing business just completely went by the wayside. She completely devoted herself to nursing him. So after a few months of this, her husband came to her, and he showed her some bills, you know, including from the insurance companies that didn't want to pay because of loopholes and all this stuff. And he also showed her income from her speaking business. During that time, it had completely dried up because she wasn't doing it, of course. And on the other hand, he showed her the income from her network marketing business, which had actually increased in her absence. And he said, honey, since you get paid for speaking for both of these, why don't you speak a little more on this side, on the network marketing side? And that sold her right there. And she decided, okay, I'm going to build a network marketing business that will take me through any emergencies should anything like this come up, sort of, a bulletproof business. Because she said both my son and I had been too optimistic or naive. You know, he thought that he was, like teenagers do. They think they're immortal and they can jump off and they can do this thing. And she said, so was I naive in my business, thinking that my consulting business would carry me through financially, but it didn't in a time like that. So she switched her emphasis to the network marketing to be able to have her dream. Now she had this dream of having a business that would support her and her family through any emergency that could come up. That was now her dream, to make a more solid, bulletproof business. And before that, she said, I had been preaching residual income, the beauty and the importance of residual income, but it was in my head. Now it was in her bones. Now she had this direct experience of why that would be the answer to her dream. So, welcome, Amber. How are you? Good to see you. So, follow Amber. Follow Amber, a top earner in network marketing. And she could tell stories about residual income and why she's developing her dream. In fact, Amber, would you like to come on? Can I bring you on? Would you like to speak for a minute? How do I bring somebody on here? Invite friends to watch? Nope. Let's see. Can I bring you on camera? Allow your guests. Approve. If you request to be on camera, I think I could then bring you on. Not sure how to do that, but love to have you speak, or even interview you sometime. Have your own interview sometime. So we speaking about network marketing. Some people wish they had better skills and could do better, go faster, easier, better, farther. That is why I would like to invite you to an open house this Sunday for our school. It's a generic school for network marketers that Jeffrey David Gamble and I run for you, for network marketers. I've been running it for over 10 years now. It teaches the best, easiest, simplest skills that I've ever found in network marketing. In fact, Sunday we're going to be teaching how to always get a yes when prospecting. It's a super indirect referral script that when the person listens to your 10-minute presentation, not a video, not a link, but you, listens to your 10-minute presentation, and we'll teach you how to write that thing. Should have 5 components to it. When they listen to this, Or when you invite them to this invitation, never gets a no, always gets a yes, never gets objections, works with all 4 personalities. It's super easy, simple, and duplicatable. So people have been jumping ranks that are in our school, a generic school for network marketers that come from all companies. They've been jumping ranks with this method, and I'd love to share it with you at our open house this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It will go for 90 minutes, and we'll have open questions and answers after that. And I'll post the link below, but you could find it at the Facebook event, How to Always Get a Yes When Prospecting. So we'd love to see you there for that. And I do come to you every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time for the Ask Bess video show. It's like a video column like Ask Ann Landers because Ann said people need to know that they matter and that they can be heard and that you care. So that's why she thought her video column lasted so well. Welcome, Luya. Okay, I would like to share with you before I go real quick the real conversations process because I promised to share that with you. It's the self-help process, how to get unstuck to solution, how to get from problem to solution in minutes. First of all, we recognize the problem, like a network marketer's not making the calls, or fearful to follow your dream, let's say. Don't believe, lost faith in your dream. Let's say that's the challenge. Okay, then we identify the emotion might be frustration, anxiety, discouragement, disappointment. Then we identify the need. The need underneath that could be to re-believe in your dream again, and in that case I encourage you to run the mind movie. 1 minute. Okay, now we're going to go to the solution. How to meet that need. How to meet that need. Could be I have a few ideas for you. So you could run a mind movie once in the morning, once in the evening, envisioning what you want your life to be like, and feel it with all the 5 senses. Forget the how, forget the anything except just what you want, and focus on that. Another technique is to write 15 times a day. I deserve my dream, or my dream is possible for me, or I will achieve my dream. Because remember, what you believe, what you imagine, you can achieve. You can bring it about. I think that imagination is a divine quality that we have, and we weren't given it for nothing. We have this divine quality, and we can use it and believe in it and trust in it, and then take action steps toward that. And of course, outline your action steps. Maybe you need to get the skills that I'm speaking about and come to our free open house on Sunday. As I've spoken about our school, a lot of people wonder, well, what's it like in there? It's super affordable, you guys. It's only $25 a month, but it's free this Sunday night. We made it that affordable so nobody can say I can't afford group coaching again. That everyone can get these skills. That's our goal, to help 2 million network marketers get these skills and teach it to their team. That's how we want to change the world, Jeff and I. So maybe you need the skills. Maybe you need to believe in yourself. So you identify this need, you meet that need, and then the problem goes away. Then you can go for your dream. I hope this helps. I will post some links below, and we will see you tomorrow at noon Eastern Time for the Ask Bess show every Saturday and Sunday. Hope this helps. If you got some help today, would you type in yes? And if you have a favorite takeaway from today about realizing your dream, remember it, believing it again, would you type in that takeaway? Because that helps me to know what you value and helps other people to kind of have a summary of this show when they scroll down, because they do. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow and see you Sunday at the open house if you are a network marketer who would like to learn how to always get a yes. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.